What's up, Next Phase fam? Happy Friday again. Another cardio and glutes workout coming at you today. Hopefully you can join me live at 5:30. But if not, I'm going to give you all the demo so that you have it and you can do it on your own. Let's talk about the equipment today. So what we need, pretty simple as usual, an elevated surface, a bench, a chair, couch, ottoman, anything you've got around. Definitely going to be using that bench a lot today, or elevated surface. So if you have one, make sure you bring it out. If not, I'll try to show you some modifications without. So elevated surface is number one, mat is number two, and a glute band. We're going to be using a lot of the glute band as well, and for other things for just glutes. So again, if you have a mini band or a glute band, definitely bring that out, but that'll be our optional one because as always we can do some stuff without it and still feel that burn. So let's get started. Okay guys, so layout for today, kind of just like last week, we have stations 1 and 2, a cardio component, a glute component. They're going to be 30 seconds of each exercise for 2 rounds, and we have 3 exercises per station. Station 3 is going to look a little bit different, and then of course we have a finisher at the end. So I'm going to go through station number 1 of cardio with you guys really quick. So 30 seconds of each. We're starting out, all exercises for this one are going to be on the bench, okay? Nice and simple. We're starting with an incline crunch jump, okay? So it's kind of just like a top jump, but you're going to make sure you position your hands on the bench, extra leverage, okay? Core is nice and tight, and we're jumping those knees up towards our chest, okay? Squeezing that core, making it as fast as we can to really amp up that cardio component, okay? So we just have a bunch of tuck jumps there on the bench. Exercise number 2, we're going to do some mountain climbers with a push-up, okay? So hands on the bench again, same positioning. As we're doing that push-up, we are doing mountain climbers the whole time, okay? So a little fun twist on both mountain climbers and push-ups. So let's start with the mountain climbers, get them going, and you're going to slowly push it down, push it back up, okay? So nice strong push-ups, very slow, but bringing those knees to your chest the entire time. And exercise number 3 here, we're seated on the bench, okay? Just our butt is going to be chilling on the bench here, and we got some flutter kicks. So you can either use those hands to hold yourself in position, all right? So again, core is contracted, point those toes, and kick those feet. If you want to make it a little harder, bring those hands straight up in the air for me, okay? So that you're not using that extra leverage on the bench. All right, y'all, here we go. We got station number 1, glutes component. We're starting, again, all exercises are going to be on the bench for this one. So get nice and comfy in that hip thrust position. You're lining the bottom of your shoulder blades with the edge of the bench here, okay? Again, knees are about a 90-degree angle, shins are perpendicular to the ground. Throw that band on if you have it for this. We're starting exercise number 1 with a B stance hip thrust, okay? What I mean by B stance, one foot has 70% of the weight on it, okay? So I'll start 70% of the weight on my left foot. My right foot is going to go toe up towards the ceiling, just kind of hanging out, very low weight on it. You're just really using it to balance and stabilize, okay? So as you can see here, we have a normal hip thrust, but most of my weight is in that one leg. So I'm driving through that left heel, squeezing those glutes at the top, okay? Again, and we'll do that for 30 seconds and then switch to the other side. I'll show you from here if you can't see it too well. Oh. Okay, so one foot is flat on the ground, the other foot is hanging out. Try to line those ankles up, but the majority of your weight is pushing through that one heel, 70%, okay? Exercise number 3 here, we're going to do an eccentric hip thrust. So stay in that position. Eccentric means that lowering phase is going to be what we're focusing on, okay? So normal thrust up, if you have the band, I highly recommend using a band for this if you have it. For this reason, you're thrusting up, pressing out against the band and holding that outward motion and then back down, okay? So normal thrust up, press as hard as you can against the band and slowly lower. So it's a normal and then out, 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 all the way down. Okay guys? If you don't have that band, remember it's all about mind and muscle connection. All right, fam, here we go. Station number 2, we're starting out with cardio. No equipment necessary for these first 2 exercises. Okay, it's really going to be the same exercise, left side and then right side. So, number 1 here, we have a single leg deadlift or an RDL into a single leg knee drive. Okay, and on that drive, always welcome to add in that hop, okay? So single leg deadlift, let's start with that left leg. We're hinging over at the hips here, okay? So hips are coming back towards that back wall, all right? I'm keeping my spine nice and neutral, chin nice and neutral, tucked slightly, okay? And I'm feeling that stretch in the hamstrings, and then we're gonna shoot, explode up into that knee drive, okay? So putting it all together here. Starting from the side, hinge, 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 drive it up. Again, hinge and drive, okay? Just pick up that speed if you got the form down. That's number one. Number two, all we're gonna do is just switch to the other side. So same thing, nice, and pushing those hips back, drive it up, okay? That's gonna be exercise 1 and 2. Exercise 3, go ahead and grab that band if you have it. We are going to actually put it around our wrist this time. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of tension on the shoulders. So I want you, if you have that band, press those wrists against as hard as you can and push it all the way above your head, keeping that tension on the band, bringing it into high knees. Okay, so driving those knees up towards your chest in place. If you don't have a band, feel free to give me some shoulder presses in place, just body weight or any weight you have lying around the house, okay? But we're gonna put tension on those shoulders while we're doing the high knees, and that's station number 2. Okay, y'all, station number 2 for glutes, here we go. Band on for exercise 1 and 2 for sure. We'll probably slip it off for exercise 3. So, first exercise here, we have a split lunge into a kickback, okay? So split lunge, if you have that band, I want you to put as much tension on that band, kicking 1 foot back. If you don't have the band, we're going for range of motion, okay? So give me a nice split stance, comfortable, core tight, everything's nice and neutral here. We're lunging down, and as we come up, we're coming into a kickback, okay? So split lunge, kickback. Split lunge, kickback. All right, keeping constant tension on the glutes. So don't stand all the way up and then kick back. I want you to make it more of a fluid motion here, okay? So that's exercise A. Exercise B is the same thing. I'll show you what this looks like without a band, okay? So exercise B, same thing, just on the other side. So we're coming to the other side, lunge down, kick back. Lunge down, kick back, okay? So you're not as restricted for that range of motion, but you really need to focus, again, mind-muscle connection, tension in those glutes, okay? And exercise 3 here, we're bringing it down to the mat, okay? No band necessary for this. In fact, it's probably better without the band. You can really focus more on the tension and range of motion here, okay? So we're coming into a crab position. So we're shooting those hips up, all right? So nice and neutral. Glutes should be nice and tight here. We're squeezing, and we're going from a crab position, stepping out to a reverse plank, and back in. Crab position, reverse plank, okay? And it doesn't look like it would be hard, but I promise you guys it's a burner, especially after those split lunges, okay? So, walking back from a crab position to a reverse lunge and back. All right, that is glutes number 2. Okay guys, cardio station number 3, final station before our finisher, okay? This is gonna be endurance based, so we're going 60 seconds of each exercise for 2 rounds. We'll take a little bit of rest in between so we can recover and then go hard on the next one, okay? So, 2 exercises for cardio. Slip that glute band on. I know it's cardio, but we're still adding a little bit of a glute component in here, okay? So, 60 seconds of the first exercise is a broad jump into a monster walk backwards, okay? Last week we did monster walks. All it is a squatted position and you're stepping back and out, okay? Kind of look like a little duck walk situation happening. All right, so broad jump, so as far forward as you can, monster walk back to that starting position. So it should be about 4 or 5 steps back. Nice and explosive on that broad jump. Jump with both feet together, land with both feet together, okay? That's number 1. You have that for 60 seconds, so pace yourself. Number 2, slide that band off. We're bringing it down to the mat. We have a plank, high plank, alternating reach, plus a plank jack. Okay, so we're gonna put it together like this. Alternating reach, you can either just reach forward with both hands and then give me a nice plank jack out and in, or you can reach up towards that surface. So you're giving yourself a little bit more of a goal, higher, so you're focusing on keeping those hips nice and square. You're not tilting them too much. So reach, reach, plank jack. Cool? That is cardio station number 3. All right, y'all, we have glute station number 3. Let's get it going. We have, again, 2 exercises, 60 seconds of each. We're really going for that endurance factor here. And what we're gonna do, since they're single-sided exercises, we're gonna do one side for the whole round. Okay, so there's only 2 rounds. We're gonna do right side exercise A, right side exercise B, and then second time through we'll do left side, or switch, whatever you guys want, okay? So, here we go. Exercise A, this is gonna be called our banded cha-cha. Super fun name. It doesn't really look like a cha-cha, but what we're doing, again, if you have that band, slide it on. Okay, we're coming out to the side, tapping that toe to the side, straight out, 45 degrees back, and then straight back behind us, okay? So again, out to the side, 45 degrees back, and straight behind. All right, so constant tension, that anchor leg, so the leg that's not moving, should actually be the one that you're feeling the burn in the most, okay? And you can absolutely do this without the band as well. It's gonna be the same thing. Stay nice and low. You can even speed it up. You can get more reps in, all right, but let it burn. So that's exercise number 1. Again, we'll do one side for the whole round. And exercise number 2, band on again if you have it, but this is a challenging one, so if you don't have the band, you will absolutely be fine. We're coming up into a bear position, okay? Y'all know you gotta have a bear position if you take one of my classes. So wrists right under those shoulders, knees right under those hips, and we are doing fire hydrants, okay? So we're coming out to just one side here, all right? It's gonna be a small movement if you have that band, but you're working that core and you're keeping those glutes engaged, okay? So you're pressing that knee out against the band, small movement, lots of burn, okay? And again, you can absolutely do that. All right, y'all, we made it to the finisher. So, cardio finisher coming at you. We have 3 exercises, 20 seconds of each exercise for 3 rounds, no rest, okay? That's what a finisher is all about. We're burning it out, making things happen, and really just gonna kill ourselves until the end. That's all we got. So, we're gonna start out with a burpee lunge jump, okay? So we'll start at the top movement here. We have a jump lunge, okay? Drop it down, chest down, and back up to a jump lunge. All right, so jump lunge, burpee, jump lunge. All right, that's exercise number 1 for 20 seconds. Number 2, we have a squat pulse, 3 pulses into a squat jump, okay? So we're going 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3, jump. Continue for 20 seconds. Keep that chest nice and high. Really move through those glutes here. We should already be nice and activated. So we're going constant tension. And exercise number 3 is going to be cross mountain climbers, okay? Nice and simple. It's like a regular mountain climber, except you're crossing left knee to right elbow, right knee to left elbow. As you pick it up, you should just be crushing those obliques, okay? That is our cardio finisher. Okay, next phase. Let's finish it strong. Here is our glute finisher. Again, it's 20 seconds, 3 exercises, 3 rounds, no rest, okay? We're burning it out. So, exercise A, definitely if you have an elevated surface, absolutely use it for this one, okay? This is called an extra range side lying hip abduction. It's a mouthful. Basically what you're doing is you're lying on your side and you're lifting your leg up, straight up in the air, okay? So a couple cues for this one. Number 1 is I don't want you to use a band. I usually never say that, but I really want you to focus on range of motion here because the extra range part is letting that leg come all the way down to the floor and all the way up, okay? So that's really gonna let those glutes, all parts of your glutes work here. Pointing that toe down towards the floor is really important as well. So exercise A is gonna be that side lying abduction. Exercise B, we're just gonna split to that other side. Same thing, side lying abduction on the other side, okay? So no band for that one, and that's gonna be A and B. And then C is going to be a hip thrust iso hold, okay? So hip thrust position, you guys all know it by now. Grab your band for this one, by all means. All right, and we're gonna hold that hip thrust position. If you have a band, even better. You're putting those knees against the band, constant tension. We're squeezing for 20 seconds, okay? We're focusing on that posterior pelvic tilt, tucking that pelvis under, and really feeling those glutes working for that whole iso hold. All right, guys, and that's it. You did it. That's the workout. Thank you guys for joining.